Psychological terms. In psychological terms, logic can be defined as a want or desire. If a person has certain thoughts in their mind, and you express something that aligns with those thoughts, they are likely to accept it as logical.
Number 2, philosophy.
In philosophy, logic is about clarity and rules that ensure ideas or arguments are coherent and follow logically from one another. Clear rules, principles. The law of identity. Something is what it is, A. Weinberg, A. Imagine you see a rectangle. It is a rectangle not only to you but also to others. It cannot be a triangle or a circle because it is defined by its own properties. 4 sides with opposite sides equal and angles of 90 degrees. This demonstrates the principle that something is what it is. The law of non-contradiction. Something cannot be both true and false at the same time. For example, if you say that 2 is irrational and another person says it is rational, both statements cannot be true at the same time. Either 2 is irrational or it is not. One of you must be correct, but not both. The law of excluded middle. Something is either true or false with no middle ground. A is either true or false. For example, either 2 is rational or it is not. In this statement, there is no middle ground. One must be true. The law of sufficient reason. Everything must have a reason or cause. For example, imagine you drop something like a pencil and it falls to the ground. The logic behind this is simple. The pencil fell because you dropped it. Number 3, spiritual logic. Intuition relies on gut feelings and inner understanding. If you feel something is true without any visible proof, logic is built from your intuition. Imagine you are taking an exam and a multiple choice question appears with 4 options, A, B, C, and D. Your gut feeling strongly tells you that option A is correct, so you select it. The logic behind your choice is rooted in intuition. Your inner feeling or instinct guided your decision. Interconnectedness believes all things are connected. Actions affect the wider universe, like karma. For example, if one family member is sad, then every member, including you in your family, begins to feel sad because of one person's mood. Non-material. It refers to reasoning or ideas that cannot be touched or physically interacted with. It exists in the mind, like thoughts or abstract concepts. For example, if it is a tough time for you and your family members, parents or true friends are supporting you, the question is, why are they supporting you? The logic behind their support is that they love and care for you. Purpose explores life's meaning beyond material success, focusing on spiritual fulfillment. In other words, it seeks inner peace. For example, I like to draw and read books. The purpose logic behind it is to find knowledge and inner peace. Number 4, quantum mechanics logic. Superposition. Particles can exist in multiple states until observed. For example, when a coin is spinning, it represents both heads and tails simultaneously, like superposition. Once you or I catch it and look at it, the superposition collapses into one specific state, either heads or tails. Entanglement. Linked particles affect each other instantly, regardless of distance. For example, imagine there are two balls, red and black, both kept in different pouches or bags. We don't know which ball is in which pouch or bag. If I find the red ball in one bag, then the other bag must contain the black ball, and vice versa. Probabilistic. Outcomes are based on likelihood, not certainty. For example, when a coin is flipped before it lands, I can't know that it will land on head or tail because there is 50% chance for both head and tail. The logic behind it is that I can't tell what the outcome will be until I observe. Observer effect. Measuring changes the behavior of what is being observed. For example, imagine you're watching a child doing his homework from a distance and he is working fine. But the moment he notices you watching, he becomes self-conscious and starts behaving differently, or may lose focus. This change in behavior is because of the presence of your observation. This is similar to the observer effect, where your observation affects the system,